Go ahead, sir. Tell us what you'd like us to be aware of. What happened that you should be getting a personal protective order?
Lindsay McKediak had came to my place of business and removed vehicles. She has pending cases for that. From my understanding, Lindsay McKediak also has another PPO placed on her by somebody else. And Lindsay McKediak still has possession of her firearms and continually calls me, threatens to shoot me, threatens just continually harassing me and harassment. And then, you know, she feels she needs a PPO because she's scared of me, but she's coming to my house, driving by, calling my phone all the time by block numbers, no caller ID numbers, and threatening friends and associates. And I'd like to say or show and sending mail to my house that says happy birthday, hubby, love you, with balloons and hearts.
Okay.
With her name written on the front of it.
Okay.
This is all to get my CPL taken from me. So, and he threatens that constantly because this man has taped me up. He has came into my home. He has beat me, abused me, tried to kill me. And that's why I have PPO orders. I am so tired. I'm tired because I raised 2 children. And I am tired of these. I don't have time for these games. And he is doing this because if there's a PPO placed on me, then I cannot protect myself, and he knows that.
Okay.
The 37th Circuit Court is now in session with the Honorable Brian K. Kirkham presiding. It is Monday, May 6, 2024 at 11:05 a.m. And this is for 2 cases. 2024-113 PP, Lindsay McKediak versus John McKediak, and 2024-391 PP, John McKediak versus Lindsay McKediak. Attorney Sackwriter for the Public Defender's Office.
Okay. Court will note Mr. Sackwriter's appearance in this matter on the 24-113 PP, that is the plaintiff's motion or petitioner's motion to show cause for violation of the personal protective order. Mr. McKediak, in this matter, I have to inform you, you have a right to be advised of the alleged violations. The alleged violations show that, or at least state that the respondent, you did call the plaintiff on February 11, 2024, on February 9, 2024, and on March 18, 2024. In this particular matter, all contrary to the personal protective order signed and issued by Judge Yost Johnson on January 16, 2024, which was effective through March 16, 2025. You have a right to contest the charges. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court believes it may impose jail time. The court will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have the right to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to confront witnesses. You have the right to call witnesses. You have the right to ask that the court would compel witnesses to appear in the event that they will not. As it relates to the show cause for violation, how do you plead, sir?
Not guilty.
Okay. And in this matter, is it your intent to acquire an attorney?
I mean, I assumed after you ruled on my PPO and dismissed all these because you believed she wasn't telling the truth.
I did not, sir, I did not dismiss the PPO against you.
No, you dismissed her allegations of this one. I didn't even know anything about this, Your Honor. I haven't been contacted by anything. I thought we were here for court on the children today.
Nope, we're not here on the children. We're here on the motion to show cause for violation and the motion to terminate the personal protective order, both filed by Ms. McKediak.
To terminate my PPO?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'll need a court-appointed attorney to represent me because absolutely not. And fight these allegations because I'd have to pull my records from my phone because I'm pretty sure these are the same days that we discussed when we had my PPO hearing against her, where she had been calling me and my girlfriend at the time had been talking to her.
Okay. Sounds like Mr. Sackrider that he does wish to have representation, and so he's going to have to file a petition with the court to see if he qualifies for court-appointed attorney. What's your thoughts, Mr. Sackrider?
Yes, I do believe if he does not have the means, the court will appoint him an attorney.
Okay. Well, what the court will do is the court is obviously there's no need to have it heard today, and the court would rather have it be right rather than fast. So the court will grant your request, Mr. McKediak, to adjourn the matter so you can have counsel. You're going to have to come to court. You're going to have to file a petition for court-appointed counsel setting forth your financial situation to determine whether you qualify for court-appointed attorney.
Yeah, I definitely do. Where do I go down at the courthouse for it?
To the circuit court clerk's office.
All right, thank you.
Okay, and then what happens is after that gets done, then the matter will have to be reset for a hearing once we get an attorney appointed. And, you know, if you qualify, if you don't qualify, then you're gonna have to retain a counsel and pursue it that way.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. We'll adjourn for today and we'll be in touch as soon as we get that. Please get that court will order that you do that within 5 days of today's date so that it gets expedited. We don't want this matter languishing, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Have a
Bye.
good day.
This is for two cases, 2024 113 PP, Lindsay McKediak versus John McKediak, and 2024 391 PP, John McKediak versus Lindsay McKediak. Attorney Shelley Hoffman for the respondent, Mr. McKediak in the show cause matter.
Okay. We'll take that matter first because Ms. Huffman is here and you only, just for purpose of the record, Ms. Huffman, you do not represent the respondent in the motion to terminate. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay. So Ms. McKediak, you filed the motion to show cause. You can proceed. Would you like to make an opening statement or simply proceed to your proofs?
Just proceed.
And you're going to have to speak up so we can hear you.
No, I don't need to make an opening statement.
Okay. Ms. Huffman, do you wish to make an opening statement or proceed to proofs?
I will waive opening.
Okay, thank you. Ms. McKediak, you can proceed and present any evidence that you wish. If you are going to testify, you're going to need to be sworn in. Do you wish to testify?
Yes, I guess. I don't understand the difference of.
Well, when you file a petition, all there are is allegations. That's not evidence. It's just allegation.
Okay.
If you are going to want to have that be evidence, you're going to have to testify to that. So that's what I'm asking you. Do you want to testify or you don't want to testify?
No, I guess no.
If you don't want to testify, then the court's going to dismiss your petition because there'll be no evidence for the court to make a determination on.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I have to be sworn in.
Speak up, please.
I said then yes, I have to be sworn in.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. McKediak, you can testify.
Okay. Well, he just calls me when he's drunk and threatens me and threatens my children. And he said that he's gonna bury me. And then he's mad about the PPO. So he that I filed in the first place. So he said he was going to get a PPO, and he's recently, which.
Okay, ma'am, just clarify, just so we know, because you made various allegations. I don't want general statements. If he contacted you, give us the date and the time when he contacted you as to each time.
Okay, March 18th. In January
Okay,
29th,
are we talking 2024?
2024, February 7th, February 11th.
Okay, let's take them one at a time, so then we can get the evidence. So you mentioned the 3/18/2024 first. Let us know what happened on that date.
He called me and told me to go kill myself.
Okay, anything else on that date?
He called me a clown due to the fact that he thought that the PPOs have gotten dropped from the last court date. He called me off of somebody else's phone, so I answered off of.
Okay, again, what date did he call and what did he say?
That was the date in which I'm telling you that he called me a clown and to kill myself.
On the 18th, on March 18th, 2024. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that happened on that date?
No.
Okay, what's the next date that we're talking about?
We've well, so we go backwards to February.
February what?
February 7th,
Is that 2024?
2024.
Okay. What happened?
He called me and he said that, he was going to take everything in divorce. I was going to have to live in a box. He says that he'll pour acid all over me, so that way I'll never look good for another man and no one will ever want me. And then he's going to make sure me and my kids have nothing. He does this when he gets intoxicated. So it's normally when he does it. When he's not been drinking, then he's usually, well, I don't get any, we don't contact each other, but when he's not been drinking, then
Okay, all
Yes.
that I don't need to know. I just need to know what happened on what dates.
okay.
Okay. What happened? What are any other dates that you have?
Yes, February 11th, he was in Florida,
Again, is that 2024?
2024.
Okay. What was said?
Just the same thing, name calling me junkie loser. And he said that he's gonna have someone come kill me, and he's in another state, so it won't be him, and that he'll get the kids, and just a bunch of nonsense, really.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Any other dates that the court has to be concerned about?
Well, I hate having to do this. The other day he called my mother saying that he was going to.
Okay, ma'am, I'm not
Um,
concerned about him talking to any other third parties. The
Okay.
PP only keeps him from contacting you. So
Alright,
he
but
can
it
talk
was
to, hold
correct.
on, ma'am, don't interrupt me. I'm trying to explain this to you.
Okay.
He can only prohibited from speaking to you. He can speak to any other third party in the world that he wants to. So I'm only interested about when he's contacted you.
Okay. Guess the only reason I brought it up because it was a threat.
Okay, you've addressed the March 18th, 2024, February 7th, 2024, and I think February 11th, 2024. Is that the extent of it?
I mean, yeah, there's been other dates, but yeah, that's
Okay. Because the court will make a determination based upon those dates once we're through. I want to make sure that you have covered everything that you need to.
well, just one, that was back in January too.
Okay, what date in January?
January 27th, 2024.
27th?
Yes.
Okay, what happened?
Him and his girlfriend called me and told me to get my ducks in a row.
Hold on, you said his girlfriend called you or he called you?
Him and his girlfriend.
Excuse me?
Him and his girlfriend.
Okay, go ahead.
And told me to get my ducks in a row because it was after I filed and he had been served with the PPO, and he was angry about it. So they were threatening me that he was going to file a PPO back. And
Okay, when you say them, I'm not concerned about what the girlfriend said. I'm only concerned about what he said, because as I told you just a moment ago, I'm only concerned about any communication he has with you.
I'm telling you what he said.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you what he said.
No, you said they said, and I said, I don't care what the girlfriend said. I'm only concerned about what he said.
Okay, well, I guess I meant when he said them, like that they were going to, this is what he said.
Okay, go ahead.
That they were going to, like, that's what I mean by that they were going to file for PPO and that they were going to file for divorce and that they were going to get the kids. And so the PPO then which I was served is in his girlfriend's handwriting, and so was the divorce then which that he had filed was in his girlfriend's handwriting.
Okay, anything else?
No.
That's all the testimony that you have to give. Is that correct, Ms. McKediak?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Huffman, any cross-examination?
Yes, so you indicated that on February 11th, he contacted you and was in Florida. How do you know where he was at?
Because it was a FaceTime call.
It was a FaceTime call,
Yes.
and so you could see Florida in the background?
I could see he told me it was in Florida.
Okay, ma'am, keep your voice up because it's hard to hear you. And I'm only saying that because you can answer and say what you want, but if I can't hear it, I can't consider it, okay?
And you said that was the date that he made a threat to you that he was going to kill you, but it wouldn't be him, it would be someone else. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you have, oh, scratch that. What time did he call you that day?
And I was in the afternoon. My phone broke, so I wasn't able to get, like, I don't have like a screenshot or nothing because my iPhone broke.
Okay, so I don't have Facebook or I don't FaceTime or anything like that. So you'll have to explain to me, why is that information not available just on Facebook and only on your phone?
I guess I don't understand the question that you're asking, but I no longer have a phone
But-
or that.
Okay,
So
what I'm asking is that isn't Facebook like a cloud-based messaging service or app service or something like that. Facebook, it's out in the cloud, right?
Yeah, but if it can be, but if I can't log into it anymore because the phone broke, then, and I had deleted Facebook, so after everything.
Okay, so you could access it from a computer, but you just deleted it, right?
No, because it sends a link to the cell phone. It'll send like a code to the phone. If the phone that is on doesn't work no more and everything, I couldn't access it. No.
Okay, on March 18th, what time did he call you?
He called me at night.
Like,
So that was probably like 2, 3 in the morning, because he calls me when he's drunk.
and February 7th, what time did he call you?
That was at 2. I remember that one specifically being 2:22 in the afternoon because I was taking my friend to work. So I do remember that specifically being 2:22 in the afternoon.
And you were taking your friend to work, you were driving
Yep.
and FaceTiming him at the same time?
That wasn't a FaceTime call, and I could answer with my steering wheel. And it was called over a private number, so I just answered the phone.
Okay, which date did you say was at 2:22 in the afternoon?
February 7th, when he said he was going to put acid all over me, and I never looked good for another man ever again. And he was mad because I was giving my friend a ride to work, and then he was going to divorce me and take everything from me. And
On January 27th, you indicated that they were going to file a divorce and they were going to do specific things. Who contacted you? Was it Mr. McKediak or his girlfriend?
it was both of them. I mean, it was out of his phone, but it was both of them.
It was what?
Both of them.
But what did you say before that? It was off of what?
His phone?
It was from his phone?
I believe so.
Okay, and were all of these calls off of his phone?
Not all of them, no.
Were most of them from his phone?
One of them I know for sure was off his phone. But that one, I believe, was off of his phone.
I can't hear you, ma'am.
That one, I believe, was off of his phone.
Okay, January 27th was off of his phone.
Yes.
Is there any other ones that was off of his phone?
I don't know if they're off his phone or not because they were private calls, or sometimes they were. It doesn't mean it wasn't off of his phone. It could, like, if it was private phone calls or off of somebody else's Facebook. I mean, that wasn't off of his phone.
You indicated that on March 18th, I believe you said that he called you from a different, one of these dates he called you from a different number. Do you have that phone number?
No. I don't have the phone no more.
Okay.
My phone broke. I had to get a new phone. I don't have the phone no more.
Okay, so when did you write this this motion?
Sorry.
When did you write this motion with all of these dates on it as to what was said?
I wrote it back in March.
And how did you remember what was said on January 27th or specifically January 29th or any specific date?
Because I wrote it down.
Ms. McKediak, I note when you were giving cross examination that you said you believe that the calls were from his phone. And what leads you to believe that they were from his phone?
Well,
And speak up, please.
So because it was him, and
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
because it was him, he called me off of his phone. I would believe it would be his phone.
Okay, well, that doesn't help me. I just want to know how you're saying he called you and you believe it was his phone. And you said you believe it was his phone because he called you. Hold on. You said you believe it was his phone because he called you. Well, somebody could have another phone and call you. I'm just trying to figure out how you know that it was from him, other than if you're telling me it was his voice, I understand that. But I just wanted to clarify your statement that you believe that it was his phone.
Well, because you could push *67. Like, I don't, or download text apps, I guess. Like, I don't know. I would know it was him. So, but the one phone call I know was off of his phone. It was his phone number. It came up off of his number. And then another, so I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that I get phone calls from him that are not very nice.
Other than your testimony, ma'am, do you have any documentation or other evidence of the phone calls as far as anything, messages on your phone, any confirmation from your phone bills as the calls from him, anything like that?
I had emailed the court some videos that were sent to me, but yes, you didn't get those.
Okay, I didn't hear most of that, so ma'am, what happens, you're not coming through very loudly, so we're having to strain to hear what you're saying. All I'm saying is project. If you have to shout, do it so that we can hear.
I said I had emailed the court some videos, but I guess you didn't get those. I don't know.
We have no videos, ma'am.
Yeah, I had sent in what evidence I had to the email that said to send it in. So I sent in that evidence.
Anything else, ma'am, that you have? Again, anything from your phone bill showing calls from the respondent or anything of that nature?
No, I don't. You can't get things off of Facebook and stuff like that. So no.
I do have one additional question from.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Ma'am, what's your phone number? Is that the same number you would have had in February and March?
Well, I have a couple different numbers. I can't tell you, but I've got a few different cell phones for my kids too.
Okay, so which phone was he calling allegedly?
He called my son's phone and my phone.
What's your son's phone number?
I don't know it offhand. Like I said, I got them stored in my phone, so I don't know them offhand. I have to look at my phone. Like, I store the numbers in my phone as the names, and I don't know the numbers. I know my phone number and pretty much 911, but I don't know numbers like that, cell phone numbers.
So you haven't replaced your phone yet?
Yes, I just replaced it the other day. I had to go to Best Buy, but it took a couple weeks because I had to have an appointment. So it was broke.
Okay, so were your contacts transferred?
Yep, my contacts were transferred.
Okay, so since your contacts have been transferred, can you tell me what your son's phone number is?
69213.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. McKediak, just to clarify, is there any other evidence, any other testimony that you have to present?
I think he made that also a statement when we did the first court date, saying how, I don't know, but that after the PPO was filed, he had said something about how that phone call back in January was made, and because that he tried to use that as him filing for his PPO, that phone call. So I don't know. I guess that's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Huffman, any evidence that you have to present, testimony otherwise?
I would just call Mr. McKediak.
Okay, Mr. McKediak, we'll have you raise your right hand, be sworn in, then we'll proceed.
Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. McKediak. Did you make any phone calls to
No.
Lindsay McKediak in?
No, you have all my documentation, my PDFs from Verizon.
Hang on. Let me ask you the questions.
Okay.
Did you make any phone calls to Miss McKediak on January 27th?
No,
Did you make any phone calls to Miss McKediak on February 7th
no,
and February 11th
oh,
or March 18th?
no,
Did you make calls to her from any phone other than yours?
no. I
Did
didn't
you
make calls to her from my phone or
Okay.
any other.
And were you in contact with her via Facebook?
No. She has blocked off all my social media.
You have her blocked?
Yes.
And how long have you had her blocked?
Probably since at least before December of last year of 2023.
Were you in Florida on February 11th?
No.
And where were you on January 27th?
Michigan. Home. Or I might have been on the 27th. I might have actually been on the road going to Florida. Because I want to say I turned in the rental receipts to you. And I think I was back by the 5th or 6th. I'd have to go through my pictures.
Okay, could I share screen, Your Honor?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Bear with me. It's the first time I've ever done this. Not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, this. Do you recognize this picture?
Yes.
And what is this picture?
I think it looks like of one of the bridges in Florida. And that would have been, I don't know, they're timestamped. So there's dates and times on the top of them.
So if this one says February 2nd at 11:06 a.m., would that be correct?
Yes. February 2nd, that would be on my way home.
Okay. And then this one is January 28th at 4:15 p.m.
Okay, that'd have been on my way there because I was only down there for like 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days tops.
Okay. And so if you went down there on January 28th, if you were in Florida on January 28th, would you have left to go there on the 28th, or would you have left the day before and spent the night?
I would have left the day before because we were driving. What's Florida? 12-hour one way or more?
So you left on January 27th?
Yeah, I had to. Because we left, yeah. I'm pretty sure that was.
And then I don't know how to find my desktop. I'm sorry. I guess I don't know how to find my desktop. And I don't know what's loading, so hang on one second. Okay, so if I had phone records here, would any of these phone records show that you have made any calls on January 27th from your phone to any of Miss McKediak's lines that she stated today?
Yes, the phone records are from Verizon Mobile. They're the PDF of the bill of every month. They show what time, where I'm at, where I'm calling to, and what number.
Right, I'm asking you, would any of them show that
No,
you called her at any of those 3 numbers that she gave us?
no, that's why I had them all printed off and turned into you.
Okay, and I do have them all saved on my desktop. I'm just not sure how to load them.
Okay.
But I will figure it out if I need to. March 18th, did you give me records that show all of your phone calls on March 18th?
I'm pretty sure every month that was listed from the first court hearing was turned into you.
Okay. And if I were to look through these and not find any of these phone numbers that were given to me, would that surprise you?
No.
In fact, none of these phone numbers are going to be listed on here, are they?
No.
Okay. And so that was March 18th, February 7th. If it states that you started making calls at 4:04 p.m. and you ended making calls at 7:16 p.m., would that be accurate?
No.
If that's what it says on here, would it be accurate?
What? Oh yeah, on the PDFs. Yeah,
Yes.
that the PDFs are from the Verizon company. You can't alter them. You can't change them. That's
Okay.
your printouts to pay your bill. Those are exact usages of my phone, where I was, where I'm at, and who I'm calling, and what times, and how long the calls were.
Okay, so listen to my question. On February 7th, if it indicates that at 4:04 p.m. you started making calls and you stopped making calls at 7:16 p.m., would that be accurate?
Yes.
Okay, and that none of those calls on here would have been from or to any of these three phone numbers.
Correct.
Okay. And the same with February 11th. Nothing on February 11th is going to show that you made any calls to Miss McKediak, is it?
Nope.
Miss McKediak indicated that you contacted her on February 11th and that you FaceTimed her on February 11th and you were in Florida. Is that true?
No.
And by that date, you had already rented a vehicle in Michigan. Is that correct?
Yes.
And if it says that you rented a vehicle on 2/5/2024 and you returned your vehicle at 2/24/2024 from Kalamazoo Battle Creek International, it looks like AP. Would that be correct?
Correct.
So if you were in Michigan renting a car, you would not have been in Florida. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
Have you ever, either on your phone or anyone else's phone, indicated to Miss McKediak that you wanted to kill her or have someone else kill her?
Absolutely not.
And did you ever state that you would pour acid all over her so that no one else would ever want her?
No.
Do you have any reason to have contact with Miss McKediak?
Absolutely not. We're going through a divorce and I have a PPO on her and she has one on me.
Is there anything else you would like the court to know?
I mean, I apologize for their time being wasted today with these proceedings. You can read through the statements, see all the inconsistencies and everything, and we'll have to be doing it again because she's been contacting me violating her PPO.
Anything else, Ms. Huffman?
No, I would like to just make an offer of proof that I do have these.
Well, I'm not gonna take an offer of proof. What I'm gonna do is, if we're gonna have to do that and you can't submit them through the Zoom, which I guess, Ms. Hoffman, I only admonish you in this matter. If you're gonna submit something like that, you need to prepare to be able to do that. And the court's always available if somebody wants to call and check to see that the equipment works and their equipment works, et cetera. And so I'm not going to take an offer of proof when you aren't able to submit those, and you could have done that. Anything else, Ms. Huffman?
No, I have nothing further. Thank you.
Ms. McKediak, you have a right to cross-examine Mr. McKediak if you wish to do so. Do you have any cross-examination?
I just want to say you can rent a vehicle in Michigan and then go to Florida, and that is what he did. I mean, there was a
Ma'am, is this a question?
I guess is there does she have the receipts of when he rented the vehicle and where he returned it at? Is that
I have no idea.
Is that because he definitely called me and from Florida and stated that he was in Florida?
Okay,
So-
that's not a question, ma'am. If you have a question for Mr. McKediac, you can ask your questions now.
I don't have any questions for him. I
Okay.
mean,
That's what I was asking. Okay.
it's-
Well, what I'm gonna do in this matter, and I'm not going to. I'm not
Your
gonna
Honor.
penalize Mr. McKediac, because, go ahead.
I was able to pull up the Hertz. I have those up right now, the rental receipts. They
Okay.
indicate that he
Okay.
rented the, sorry.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, because you can't get the other, and I think it is germane and important, and I don't want to penalize Mr. McKediac because because Miss Huffman is not computer literate in this matter. So what I'm gonna do is we're going to adjourn this matter to next Monday at 11 o'clock. I will have Miss Huffman make paper copies and submit all those proposed exhibits to the court in paper and send copies to Miss McKediac as well.
Miss McKediac, would it be okay if I email those to you, or would you rather them be in mail?
yeah, that's fine. But I mean, I know what happened, so I don't need them.
Well, ma'am, they're gonna be, she's gonna, I presume, offer those as exhibits. You should have the exhibits. So if she's offering to send those, you can decline that, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, why would I need them? I know he called
Ma'am,
me.
ma'am, do you want them or not?
No.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Huffman, get those to the court though, so that we have those.
I will do that, and I do apologize. I'm sorry.
Okay, we will adjourn until next week at 11 o'clock a.m.
Thank you.